We need to implement those new methods into the user service implementation. As you can see right now, we're already getting an error because we don't have all the methods from the service implemented. But before I do that, I want to create a constant that I'm going to need. And the reason I need is because I'm going to be doing a lot of file manipulation, and I want to have this file constant where I can refer to a lot of constants that I know that I'm going to need. So let's go into the constant package and let's create a new class. And I'm going to call it file constant. And this is a constant class, so everything is going to be like public and static final. I don't want to sit down and type this out and bore you. So I'm going to go ahead and paste the code in there and then I can walk you through it. So I added all the constant. So here we have the user image path, the file extension, which in this case is going to be JPG or JPEG, and then JPG, not JPJ. And then we have the user folder. So that's going to be whatever the user home is on the system. So if this is a Linux, you'll find the right path. If it's a Windows, you'll find the right user home. And then I'm going to add the support portal /user, and then directory created, which is just a simple string for debugging or logging. And then the default user image path, which is another path. And then another string for debugging. And then the dot, this is gonna denote the separation between the file name and the extension. So I can have a file name like filename.jpg like this. So I'm gonna use this as the extension, and then a dot as the dot. And then I have a / just so I can build my strings when I need to build a string for the image. And then I have this URL here for RoboHash. I don't really know how to say this, RoboHash. So this is a very cool website. I'm going to show you what it does in a minute. But those are all the file constants that we're going to need when we're manipulating the user image and stuff, and saving information on the system and grabbing images from the internet. So let's go take a look at RoboHash. So RoboHash is like a very simple API. So whatever name you give it, it'll give you like a robot like this, like a robot looking face like this. So for instance, if I go in there and I type in love and I click enter, and you see this is the little face for robot face for love, and you can see the URL right here, and I can just go to that URL like this, and you can see the images right here. So this is a very brilliant idea. So I'm gonna use this to generate some random picture for the user if they sign up and they didn't provide like an actual user, not user, but a profile image. So anyone who logs in and or create an account, or we create an account for them, and they didn't provide a simple image for their profile, then we're gonna use this API to just grab some unique, I guess, robot face with whatever username that they provide us. So if my username is like I don't know, John, so then my profile image is gonna look like this. So that's what we're gonna be doing here. So that's why I have it here as the base image URL here. So once I start using all of those, it'll make more sense. Obviously right now you don't even understand where I'm gonna use it, but once I start using it, then you're gonna see how it makes sense. Now, one last thing we have to do is to create this folder right here, because this folder is gonna be the folder that's gonna like hold all of the images. So let's go into the application, and when the application starts, this piece of code runs because this is the main method. So what I want to do is every time the application start, I want to create the user folder right here. As you can see here, I want to create this folder. So if this application is, for instance, like deployed on some Linux computer or some Linux server or some whatever computer, Windows server, doesn't matter. Once the application start, it will go ahead and create the folder here, because which is why I'm putting it in the main, because I know this is always going to run when the application starts. And since I want this folder to be created in the user home slash support portal slash user. So it's gonna create this folder once the application start on whatever system, whatever computer, whatever operating system, because that's what this is doing. It's gonna find the user home for me. I just don't have to type it manually myself because I don't know what the user home is going to be. So let's go into the application, and then down here, what I want to do is to just do new, and then I'm gonna do file, and then I'm gonna pass in the actual URL. So that's gonna be user folder. And then here I want to do mkdirs, and I want mkdirs because it's many different folders. As you can see here, I'm gonna create this folder and then create this folder. So in that case, I need the mkdirs, like make directories in plural. And then we need to import this, and there we go. So anytime the application runs, then it will create this folder for us, which is gonna be located in the user home slash support slash user. So if you put this in exactly like this and you start the application, go into your user home folder, you should see the support portal and then slash user folder created, because we're doing that programmatically here.